Oh, it just tells me it's live. All right. All right, we exist. Welcome to the live.
Welcome to CHH Music Review. Welcome to CHH Music Review. All right, let's get started. So he's going to go first. So this is the first episode. We are CHH heads. We met in college and would dissect Christian hip hop songs by album.
We got to condition that. I don't know your status. We're fossilized CHH heads, so everything is like.
Oh, 10?
Right. Oh, that was your class. I was 11. We're the first ones who had to make something up. Everyone else had like 09. 10 was the last one that was allowed to. Yeah, we tried and we got roasted for that. 11?
No.
It didn't work. Anyway, we ain't here to talk about my traumatized history. We're here to go through some throwback CHH music that for me, CHH was like all I knew. So for most people, it's like the thing that like changed their direction. It was a positive influence. I don't have another type of influence. Right. So yeah, so it's actually gonna be real fun to go back through stuff that it's gonna definitely take us back to a time machine. All right.
Yeah, and as far as for me, I did not grow up listening to Christian hip hop. I grew up listening to mainstream hip hop, R&B, rap. And when I became a Christian in 2010, which was my senior year in high school, right before I went off to college, that's when I got introduced to Christian hip hop. And then, we just load that. We just listen to songs back to back to back, dissect songs. And so we're just revisiting, honestly, what we started doing back then around the time we had met. And then also we still be doing that still. So it's been over a decade. And so we want to kind of pay homage to a lot of the artists and the songs that they have out that we went crazy over, and we know other people had to as well. So we're going to take this song by song every time we go live and dissect a lot of this music. So he's going first. So you ready?
Yeah. All right. Hold up. I gotta tell people I did a last minute audible. I had a song that is definitely gonna get played eventually, but then I was like, since we're talking about like the throwbacks, the ancients, and the OGs, I was like, hold on, I gotta dig a little deeper in the wallet. So yeah. Dang, it's been a minute. Okay. Y'all ready for this? We're reviewing the lyrics, by the way. So if y'all want to hear the real content, go find these songs. We are definitely going to put them in descriptions or something so you can find them.
Especially because we're not playing them in, like you're not hearing it with the good sound in your headphones. And just so you can support the artists, because obviously we're supporters of CHH. And so the fact that we're going to be playing these songs through our speaker, you're going to hear it a little rough, but that's good because
we bumping, y'all not. That's really what
we
it
about
is.
To be bumping. Y'all,
we're here. Y'all are here for like lyrics. We're here for the bass. So
But it's good because then you can go and actually find the artist and their song, and whether you buy the album, the song, or listen to it on YouTube or whatever. What's the other platform? Spotify, whatever. Yeah. Go do that and support them. We're just going to be doing a lot of introductions to songs you probably didn't even know existed.
Right. So. Yes. And breaking them down. So without further ado, I give you. Well, hold on. Make sure a commercial don't come on first.
I don't even know what you picked.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, snap. Dude, just hearing that threw me back. All right. Let's get this. All right, we're pausing too. That's another reason why you should get the other one. Anyway, let's get it.
Yeah, it's the ambassador here. I think God's giving me the grace to address the culture hip hop on his behalf.
Yeah, I never heard this.
You can't even talk about addressing hip hop, not address the ladies. Slow up. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Don't forget that the body talks. Gotta watch what you say with your body parts. We're in a day when they display the body art, but don't forget about the blaze that the body sparks. The body talks, don't forget that the body talks. You gotta watch what you say with your body parts. We're in a day where we display the body art. Don't forget about the blaze that the body sparks. The body talks, yo. Now
All right, I'm gonna use my first pause real quick. Hold on. Yeah, because it's one of those things where, like, now that I'm grown, you don't realize the gravity of the different songs make. Like,
Keep
but
a figure close to your mouth.
oh yeah. But I'm just like this. This is the first stuff I heard, like body talk. Like it's just crazy to hear.
I don't know this at all.
Oh, okay, yeah. But it's just it has its cons down the lines for my own journey I've had to go through. But like the stuff that I just am just now realizing I must have dodged because of the difference. Like, it's just wild. I guess you don't know enough of the song to know, but yeah. So I'm gonna just keep going.
I was gonna say,
yeah, ain't nothing to say. All right.
to build a case like a lawyer. I need grace cause I'm a face heat like a broiler. But I assure ya, I'm for ya. Represent the only God who would die and he's not Sawyer. I slow it down, I'ma walk for ya. You've been going round, letting the round parts of the body talk for ya. It's a sad state of affair. I'm aware with the rare. Some of y'all are gone and made a career. Nobody is seeking a hottie that's highly indecent, except when they wanna use the hottie for obvious reasons. Please know, your body be speaking. I'm not talking about the kind of body talk you get from out of Ephesians. I'm talking about the kind you hear on the app where stairs be at. Sit back and back.
Yeah, I just
the body you get out of Ephesians.
He was like, don't basically please know that your body be speaking. And I ain't talking about the kind of body that we get from out of Ephesians, because Ephesians is like
body of armor.
I think it's like I think is that Corinthians or Ephesians?
I was thinking armor of God.
Armor of God. Yeah. No, I mean, I feel you. I was in the same space, but I think like we're one body in Christ type of thing. So it's like your body's not. I think I got to go look at Ephesians. See, this is another thing this did. This made you open your Bible.
No, it really did. It really did.
These throwbacks were Bible studies, real talk.
Yeah, really.
Like they were lyrical Bible studies. That ain't even talking about 13 letters. That was a dedicated Bible study. They just straight up said we ain't even hiding it.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, let me keep going.
It's the stare at your bag. I wanna help, but it's in the bloodstream of the culture. Some of you queens are so mean I can't seem to approach you. Don't forget that the body talks. You gotta watch what you say with your body parts. We're in a day when they display the body art. But don't forget about the blaze that the body sparks. The body talks. Don't forget that the body talks. You gotta watch what you say with your body parts. We're in a day where we display the body art. Don't forget about the blaze that the body sparks. The body talks.
Also, one more pause before we get into this next one. So, for those who don't know, Ambassador Lecrae was like my Tupac. So, to know that like Ambassador was like pre-Lecrae was even crazy for me because I didn't grow up on Ambassador. He was kind of on his way out as I was coming in, but I don't know. So I think even just knowing where this is in history, like this is 2004.
How long was he out before like Lecrae kind of hit the scene?
I don't know. I don't know the time gap. I know Lecrae would have known about Ambassador, not the other way around. But I don't know. Maybe a podcast we can start interviewing people, start getting to the bottom of this. But I just know Ambassador came earlier, and Lecrae was who I latched onto, and then I was kind of 116 for a minute. But dang, what else was I gonna say? Oh, just the era too. I don't know. This still sounded cool to me, but it was still explicitly Jesus. There were some songs that I was just like, man, like being a CHH fan was like being a Christian for real. Like it was whack. Like you couldn't show nobody nothing without them looking at you crazy. But I just remember like this was like privately what I bumped. And then anyway.
I definitely felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that same.
I had a different playlist for me than I did for like I burned CDs from albums because I knew what I wanted my friends to hear. Like, but I knew like they ain't gonna rock with some of this. So
they don't want to hear Bible studies through their speakers.
Yeah. All right.
women have care in their jeans. Where's the care when you're killing us today? The way you're wearing those jeans. Few of us really care for the king. We gotta fight when you're in sight. For other men, there is no thing.
Well, don't look then.
Well, sis, I wasn't looking, but if I got a nose, can I help smelling the cooking? I know you can blame it on the weakness of men, but the weakness is made weaker when we see your skin. Don't mean to offend, but somebody needs to contend for sensitivity. Okay, yeah, the reason is sin. I'm not faking, believe me, you're not making it easy, and I'm able to see the plot of Satan for cheesy. He's got us thinking it's easy to watch the things on the TV that control the souls. What gets inflamed when it sees these women who seem to think their body is free. Save it for your husband or maybe your husband to be, but don't forget that the body's.
Also, I do want to say, because I still appreciate this song, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know where. Lecrae did a review on his old stuff too, but it's like the growth of any artist. Like, I don't know where Ambassador stands. Like, I know people who don't stand behind their old music, and it's one of those things where it's like hearing this now, I'm just kind of like, dang, like we are in a culture where it's like women have been through some crazy stuff, and it's like, I know this can get heard two ways, but it's one of those things where I'm like, as a dude who really was like going through puberty and everything else, the idea of like control yourself and control what you're around because you can't control other people was like a big deal for me. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, there's a level to this where I can definitely say I'm grown and I have my own thoughts about stuff, but like the introduction to the mind, this was just such a safety net, like, and other songs too, but I'm just like, man, like that played a role as a dude, and I'm like, it's just funny the kind of kid I was when I look back versus other mindsets with other stuff. So yeah,
I feel like it's really like shouldn't say really, but it seemed like the emphasis is on like the woman kind of not controlling her, but changing her wardrobe, or like,
right.
you know, like doing something. I don't know. I do feel like what is it, the purity culture, and like just that was very heavy. I feel like it still
Especially
is,
then,
but
yeah,
it definitely has lightened up in a sense of like that message not being as, it's still being like a message that people would still, you know, hold to today, but I feel like it is still lighter now, where it's like, you know, self-responsibility. She should be able to do what she wants, but at the same time, a matured woman as well, and man, they're being aware of being like a stumbling block, you know, or you know, like just having that maturity to have that awareness. But I do feel like it can come off, you know, but for the time, and even still today, like we get the point of what he's trying to communicate, which is still, you know, trying to have self-control, so trying to be pure and all those things, which I think is good. So.
Yeah, and I feel like what's the word for that, man? Like I'm trying to think of the phrase. It's what's being combated at the time. Like, we're talking about people who are coming from something that know how to play the other side very well. Like, so it's like, I just know the pendulum swing was real for them. And so to catch someone fresh out of what they used to be, and not even fresh, I don't know where Ambassador was in the time, but I'm just like, man, like, yeah, like, I guess it's double-edged. It kept me in a purity mindset and on guard, but it also is something I know I had to combat later, because there comes a judgment with that when you get older of like, I got body talks in my head and I see someone dressed like what the song is about. And then you say, she's not holy. She's not, like, you start making character assertions instead of just like what this is. And so yeah, I don't know. I think it's the genre as a whole. And I think this leads a little bit of the genre that I was growing up in. But it's like, yeah, when I hear it individually, I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, that I have thoughts, but if I had to pick this or like Chris Brown at the time, and I had to leave my son with somebody for 2 hours, you know what I mean? It's not close when it comes to what's getting in a person's mind. But yeah, so anyway, yeah.
Gotta watch what you say with your body parts. We're in a day when they display the body art. But don't forget about the blaze that the body sparks. The body talks, don't forget that the body talks. You gotta watch what you say with your body parts. We're in a day when we display the body art. Don't forget about the blaze that the body sparks. The body talks, yo. You're probably thinking I'm not any fun. Consider, girl, we're in a world where if you're 12, you look 21. Men teach your son when he's young, but when Slimmy comes, he'll feed the sweet tooth he has for her city bun. You know the logic. Girls flaunt it cause they got it. We want a project, yeah, we wonder could we knock it? Sorry brothers, I'm unpacking the plan. Sorry mothers, we love you, but we learned to match from a man. Relationships we see a quick, a flash in the pan. Marriages that stick a few, like blacks in Japan. Big bottoms have got a lot of men trapped in a trance. The flesh causing lots of interest like cash in advance. If that was your plan, it worked. You're all that, but all that says to us is that you might be faster than a Corvette. Listen, ladies, I implore you to be pure. If not, read Isaiah 3:16 to 3:24. But don't forget that the body talks. You gotta watch what you say with your body part.
The funniest part, easily the funniest part, and this is why I know my Bible, because it's like there were times where, like, when he said at the end, like, read Isaiah 6 something 24, and I was like, as a kid, I would listen and then I'd mouth it, and then at some point I'd realize Isaiah 6, that's a verse, but then I have no idea. It's like the punchline to his way out of the song was a verse.
Oh,
am I not gonna look to see what the punchline was? Like, it was like he made it work, he made it rhyme. I'm like, that, or like, it's never just not a relevant verse. Like,
yeah,
I'll scatter the dust in the ground.
Like the skill, I think, of the CHH artists is like they weren't only doing practical things, like, or talking about practical things. They were also incorporating within their wordplay, within their. Sorry, these little gnats is bothering me.
There's gnats everywhere, guys. Y'all can't see them, but we can. Hold up, they trying to get in the glass. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, they was all up on your glass. I said they. It was one. But yeah, I like the fact that Christian artists had to incorporated not just like the scriptures, but even like theological concepts.
Yeah.
And it's just, it opens the door. Like, if you're a Christian artist and a supporter, a fan, it's like it opens the door to a whole new just avenue of like different things that you can do, because if you're like, we have the Bible to choose from, we have biblical stories to choose from, we have concepts to choose from. So it's almost like a fun way to see, because you're seeing like rappers have wordplay with like just different stuff they get to play around with, like different concepts. But I think Christian rap, like, I think that's one of the benefits is with spiritual concepts and with the Bible, we got to see how they use these different literary devices or examples or biblical stories to make a point. And I think that's just unique in the hip hop genre,
Yeah, especially
it's deep too. It's like real stuff that's like that matters, like,
Yeah, I think that's what it is I've always felt like that. Like, in order to be a Christian rapper at the time, like in the 2000s, you had to be talented and competent. There was no way to be just one, because you had to make sense. Like, you couldn't just have cadence. You couldn't just have, like, it took me a long time to appreciate talent in music, just because I grew up on meaning. So anyway, but yeah, so okay, well, that's it for that. There's just the hook playing after that. So yeah,
you want to write it out?
we can write it out. Let's write it out.
We're in a day when they display the body art, but don't forget about the blaze that the body sparks. The body talks. Don't forget that the body talks. You gotta watch what you say with your body parts. We're in a day where we display the body art. Don't forget about the blaze that the body sparks. The body talks, yo.
That's crazy, man. I do miss that early, like, cross movement beat. I don't even know if that means anything to you. There was just a beat.
I didn't know cross movement like that, or that was I came in and after.
Yeah, like there's like Flame. Flame would have just. I don't think he was in cross. I think he just pays tribute to it. Like there's people owe a lot to cross movement before Reach Records, like cross movement before 116 cross movement. But point is, like, it sounds like they themselves made the beat. Like it sounds like they did it. Like
what does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just the time period or it's just the intimacy, but it's like, and maybe it's just simple. I don't know, but I feel like I can tell what year it is when I hear the intro or outro of any song from that era. I'm just like,
oh, okay, so it just has a sound to it.
I guess so, but yeah. Anyway, so it just took me back, but I don't know if it's the nostalgia of the song or the nostalgia of the era. But anyway, what's your song?
Okay.
Let's take it back.
Wait, so let's repeat who the artist was and the title of the song. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Title is what up, Blue Modulate? Blue Mode It. I think I just gotta read it separate.
Oh, Blue made it. Like you made it.
Blue made it. What up? Well, he made it on the live. Let's get it. But yeah, the song is artist Ambassador. Song is called Body Talks. You can find it on YouTube and anywhere else from there. But I forget what album this is coming from. But yeah. That's what it is. All right, what you got?
I think we should do it individually. I think we should let each live be its own artist, actually, because then we need to be able to tag the artist and title it. You know what I mean?
Can't title two.
It's weird for two artists to be tied together from two completely random places. Like,
oh, okay.
Because then, I feel like if they want to like either repost the video, like this is, like dedicate each video to them.
Okay.
Like, because that's just what I think. I was literally thinking about tagging. And I was thinking like,
okay, that's fair.
And then titling the video, it's like to title it Ambassador and some random other art. Like that's weird. As far as even that the algorithm works, it's like it's tagging two random places rather than focused on like one area.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah.
Shout out to
this was dedicated to Ambassador, and especially because he was from way back when. Ambassador, what was the name of the song?
Body Talk.
Body Talks, and I think this is a good first live.
All right, that's a wrap. We will catch y'all on the next one. And do you want me to eat it?
I was trying to get it close to your mouth.
Oh. All right, well, we'll catch y'all on the next live. I think we're doing Mondays and Fridays at hopefully 7. This one took a minute to get up because it took a minute to get up. That's just it. Yeah. But yeah. Peace. All right, let's end this thing.